Live. Yo.
What's going on?
I had to bring it back. What's going on? We sorry for that technical difficulty on the first run. Waiting for y'all to come out here. Waiting for y'all to jump on. Give y'all come on in. We back live. Don't go nowhere else. You where you showed up is where you supposed to be.
What's going on, great people?
What's going on, y'all? Come on in.
Happy day. We're back. Happy day.
What's going on, y'all? Come on in here.
Got my list.
What's going on, y'all?
Are you using this charger?
No, you can use it. Wherever y'all calling from, drop it in there. I see y'all back, and y'all be coming in here in just a second. Just waiting for y'all in just a second.
Happy day. Gonna get myself together. What's going on, great people?
What's going on? Drop it in the chat.
Where you are watching us from?
Where you at right now? You at the home? You at your mama house in Florida? At your daddy house in Texas? At your house and Willacoochee, Georgia? You in Alabama?
Knoxville, Big Papa in the building.
Canada, Florida,
Calvalita,
Las
Dallas,
Vegas, Nevada.
Texas. What's going on? Washington State.
Shout out to Vegas. We about
Randy,
to be out there.
See you, girl. Deborah, what's going on? Tennessee.
Independent free thinkers. What's going on? OMG
Multicam,
Trump rally tonight
with
RFK was amazing. Yes,
Vegas
it was.
In the building.
Billy and my boy Zayn from Canada.
What's up, Joseph?
What's going on? Kimberly Golden from New Mexico.
Washington. New Mexico.
Cena May from Cambodia.
What's going on?
I always think about one day Chappelle was like Cambodian breast milk.
only you.
And right from Liberty, what's Ace? Oh, South Carolina. Cal Fredder, Willacoochee, Georgia. Where you Willacoochee?
Is that Georgia, a real spot?
No, Georgia got Georgia got so many little small little towns in it. You got some ones like how you got like Paris, Georgia, and you got all
right.
Sumter
County.
Yep. And we got Arizona. Arizona. You're close to Trump and I don't know what part of Arizona you were in. I don't know. Deborah Pollard from West Tennessee.
Mitzi, what's going on? Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Lake Charles, San Bernardino. Close to y'all. You close.
What's up, Time Bandito?
You in Dino. Tom Bandito. Are you in the Dino or you in like Colton? They'd be like, I'm in San Bernardino, but you in like Colton or Loma Linda.
Hey, Mike, what's going on, Baltimore?
Mike from Baltimore. Okay. Tom Combs, just amazing. RFK has always endorsed the Democrats. Now he says Trump is fair and honest. Trust him. I don't know if you were saying it like sarcastic way or like trust him because I do like I've always liked RFK. Love from Columbus,
Tokyo, Japan. What's
Tokyo?
Up? Come
what
on.
Time is it there?
Yes. El Siomkor. I hope I'm saying it right.
Konnichiwa. Is that Japanese?
I don't know. All right, great people. Let's get this thing. He's in San
Bernardino. Oh, the Dino. The Dino something else, boy.
It's got some nice little spots in there.
Dino got some really nice spots, but it be the main like baseline and all them areas where it just go down.
Stop it.
you might see
it's 11:38 a.m. in Tokyo. Well, we are just so grateful.
Baseline, you might see a naked midget run down the street with a go-kart.
Wesley? All right, let's get this ball on.
Love from Texas.
Let's get this ball on the road.
Yeah, I just wanted this live because I just thought today.
Happy Friday, TG.
It look like you got to know something.
I do.
I just thought today was such a win. I just wanted to go live about it. You know, y'all know we typically go live like every week or two. Sometimes we may miss a week or something. If we have something going on, we can't go live.
Real quick, while you're saying that, talking about live. So what we wanted to kind of do a few things different, you know, just expanding our content. So are you guys interested in us starting to do live streams like during the week?
Yeah, like during
let us know. But we plan on, we want to start doing that and just doing some things.
What kind of like live streams like this or live streams with content?
Well, of course, I think it'll be live streams, more content. This is us just like a live chopping it up with you guys. Yeah, that will stay every second Friday primarily. but during the week it would be in regards to content.
Yeah. Do y'all want to see live streams with content during the week? We start just adding that in there in the midst of doing these live streams, which are just conversation with y'all about things that we're seeing that's going on in the ethos.
And I wanted to be able
Deborah
to
said that'd be cool.
bring some of you guys up and like have like a Zoom conversation with some of your views, you know, and things that we're talking about, especially on the political side, especially as we continue to get closer and closer to November. So also let us know if that's something that you would be interested in participating in.
Right.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Please.
If you are a cuckoo
for Cocoa
if you are
Puff,
butt naked crazy, please don't jump on the live.
Please don't do that. y'all who've been riding with us for a while, I already know.
You just get somebody on the live just eating grapes. That ain't saying nothing.
Oh my gosh.
They're just on there eating grapes.
No, but I'm just saying. So let us know, because I think that's something that I want to definitely add, that, you know, that's, you know, adding more value with you guys, but also being able to connect with, you know, you guys in a different way, more, you know, intimate way of getting to know us even more too. So just let us know.
Yes, for sure. Said, Helen said I'm good with both live anytime. Okay, cool.
Let's go.
Y'all know, so y'all see the title in the live, man. I think today was a win.
Oh yes.
Today was a win because if y'all had already heard the conversation that his VP was when she went on, what's the guy's name on, he has that channel where we look at, like, he gives you thinking like millionaire concepts and success. Remember the guy who
Sanuj?
Something like that.
That was one, and the other guy, I don't know his name. That was a new one.
I'm talking about the one RFK, his VP went on, and she was talking about them coming over to the Trump campaign.
Oh, I don't know.
So
I don't know who that is.
It started being signaled around maybe 2 days ago, I want to say, when they start saying that it looks like RFK may jump off his campaign, even though he said he's not going to end his campaign. He's just gonna he's gonna avert from his campaign and come to the Trump campaign now because it's needed more so than ever right now. But when I heard that in that conversation, I said, yo, if RFK come over to the Trump campaign, then it is solidified. I don't care what Kamala and them got going on and that coup and that all situation they got going on. RFK come over, it's it, because now he has got the real Democrats, not the woke stuff. He got the real Democrats and he has the independents. He's got the Democrats and the independents. Look at Joe Rogan.
He said Dave Ramsey. Is that who you talking about? Dave Ramsey?
He was on Dave Ramsey. No, I didn't look at Dave Ramsey. It was a guy who his screen is like blue. Everybody's going on his channel. He's used to watch him all the time. He has
Impact Theory. I can't think of it. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Impact Theory.
Mm-hmm. I said watch him. That's Tom Bayou.
Yeah. So when she started hinting around that they might come to Trump, because y'all know that's been the conversation from the jump. They'd be like, we've been talking about that for months, and you know it's been on and off in a conversation to where RFK would have, it's been the what if RFK came over there on the Trump side, or what if RFK was the VP, and it was kind of like, yeah, that'd be nice, but would that ever happen? And then boom, today brought him out. You know, we listened to RFK's speech before the Trump rally, and RFK was talking about this, you know, the things on what he's looking for, the things they want, things that him and Trump don't agree with on at all, but they agreed to come to what the overall goal of the mission is. And that's what I love, because he said the overall goal. And if you when we listened to the DNC yesterday, it wasn't about the overall goal of the country. It was only on specific things and things that they didn't do 3 years ago and things that they won't do 4 years from now.
But I like the fact that, you know, RFK and Trump has been, I guess, developing a relationship for a while now, because I believe I did a video on my channel and it was right after, and he even mentioned it today, before he announced RFK, is that when the attempt was made on his life, RFK called him. And that says a lot about
tough.
Humanism. That's still about, humanism.
I agree.
You know, we have to step outside of what's, the game of what's going on. And really, if a person truly is a caring person and wants your best interest at heart as a human, they're going to at least reach out. And the conversation was, they were talking, and it was just like, okay. But for him to say he was going to endorse him, that was humongous. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I didn't either. That was just been talks and shadows, and the conversation was in the past was if he joined the regime, the Trump campaign, that it was going to be a takeover. And at that time, I believe that if RFK would have jumped on when Biden was still in there, it would have just been too much gas, too much fire. Like it would have been extra. Like RFK would have joined on if Kamala wasn't in the mix, and it was still that whole right before they did that whole coup, and it was still Biden still talking about I'm never leaving, and he was really going to be the nominee for the Democrats, then RFK would have been. I think RFK would have been overkill because Trump would have killed Biden. Excuse me, Trump would have destroyed Biden alone. But when RFK came on, I'm like, okay, it's necessary because the Kamala and Trump campaign will not be something that's just going to be just a landslide. It's not a landslide. It's not going to.
It was a landslide when Biden was in position.
It was a landslide when Biden was in there, but when Kamala came on the play, which they already had planned and sorted out together, and they already had it planned out for a minute now. When that came into play, it became not a landslide. It became it's going to be a real dogfight. But when they brought RFK in there, I was like, you know what? This may push it over because now you got the independents. You got the independents. You got the real Democrats.
And Stephanie said today was the best show of true bipartisanship.
Exactly.
And I agree completely. That's to me, it lets you know that, even though you may not agree on every political aspect, view, or every stance, you still have many commonalities, and you can agree on many things, and we can come together in our differences and still work together to find out, to create and develop something that's going to benefit, everybody. That's the main goal. That was the goal for me.
And when I saw Trump and I saw RFK standing there, it looked strong. It looked American. It looks like, okay, stronger future. It looks like whatever the things that may come up in the future, we have somebody fighting harder. Versus when I saw Kamala, I said, yo, this woman is purely lying over here for these people to vote for. And I said,
it was the imagery. For me, when you look at that particular party, she was well versed and prepared, so that might be why she has been, MIA all this time. It's because they wanted to get her sharp.
Yes.
And I will say she appeared to be sharp, but it just seemed as though I felt like, it was a movie. You know how you see the movies, and you got all the bright lights, and you got all the people in the audience, and you're getting on the show. But when the lights go out and the curtains close, it's back to the regular program schedule of how you don't want it to be. And that's just kind of like what I felt. I just felt like it was bright lights, big city type vibe. Whereas you're on, then you switch to today. You saw Carrie Lakes. Oh, I absolutely love her. She is just fierce to me, and she was just giving it, to you, taking the stances on what I liked most, even just about some of the people in RNC. I don't know if this was everybody who even spoke during that time, and what we saw today is that they can kind of go off script and kind of freestyle with it and be natural. And then if they have a prompter, they come back. We already know Trump is on again, off again with the prompters. He's like, he has his script. I saw him earlier today speaking somewhere. Was it Wisconsin? I don't know. He was somewhere earlier today, and he was speaking, and he had his papers. And then tonight, later on, we saw him. I don't think he had papers. He may have had a teleprompter, but it's like he had his drop downs. But it's like, I like the fact that he can talk freestyle and still be on point with the facts. He has his charts. That's what it was, his charts. So I like that. I like the fact that he's not just going to read a darn script and, tell you what you want to hear. He's going to give you some laughs, some camaraderie. And they were hitting him. She was coming in with all of the so-called tales and lies of the things that he so-called did or didn't do. And while I got my notes,
I was so tired of her. I'm listening to her. I'm shaking. You know how you just listen. You just sit there shaking your head.
These are some of the things she said. He tried to throw away your votes. She said violent extremists on January 6th. We already know that's some hogwash.
They said the people with the guns.
That he's trying to wipe out the education programs that's going to impact kids, I guess, in the Title I vibe. But we already know what the big overall picture is for that. And I think that's a smarter move because we still are the lowest when it comes to reading scores in this country. And it still shows that we're still further behind compared to other countries. But you got all this money you're supposed to so-called be putting in these low performing schools, middle class tax cut versus Trump's middle class tax hike. Please. I mean, bipartisan border security deal Trump skilled. She will bring back killed. I'm sorry. She will bring back into law. We can secure our border. But the question is, why haven't you been doing it all along?
I put a post up on my Instagram and it said that it showed Kamala laughing like always. And it said that she had 3.5 years to do everything that she's going to put in office at the day one for Kamala was 3.5 years ago.
Right.
So why I can't understand the stupidity of people saying, yeah, she's cooking, she's working it. I don't get it. You don't pay attention to nothing and you don't know what's going on. You just still looking at this skin color and this woman, and you looking at that's gonna be the win for the earth. No, the woman will bring chaos and destruction. At least when I see Donald Trump, when I see RFK and I see Vance, I say, okay, we can fight through these next 4 years and get some things in order. But when I look at Waltz and I look at Kamala, I say this would be horrible. I just saw it. I was like, this would be horrid. We don't have a chance. Could you imagine now Waltz and they're trying to talk to Putin? Walt seemed like an emotional man.
It just doesn't even seem.
You can't be emotional in front of these vodka drinking dudes over here.
They look so serious. I don't know what I think I saw a clip of. He still looks so young to me, and I know he was a teenager when he became in office. Is that who I'm talking about?
Who?
The kid. He looked like a kid. President, not China. Is it Korea? North Korea.
Okay, yeah. Kim Jong.
Him. Trump said they wouldn't even meet with Biden. He didn't even give him the time of day. He didn't even want to talk to him. He didn't talk to him yet. So I'm just like, what does that say? That shows you the respect level. He had no desire of talking to Biden. So if he wouldn't even talk to Biden, do you actually think he would have even wanted to have a conversation with Kamala? They know more what's going on than half of us probably know what's going on. They zoom in. I mean, I just was like,
and not trying to be disrespectful to all my women out there, but do you think these countries that don't really respect women like that wholeheartedly, and do you got a one that don't know Jack, and she didn't earn her way into that role, and they show no Jack, and she get in front of these masculine leaders that don't have the same values of women? Do you think it's going to go right? It's not.
Something I was going to say. What else about the DNC? I like they had a lot of people just coming in talking, just like it was a lot of people I noticed just coming in, all from all walks of life. People were just coming in. I was like, they need the show. I think it's all about the show.
It was the show. It was a well prepared speech. That's all that was.
Trump,
that's all
I've noticed, has a few hand select. He's going to have your citizens from all, ethnic groups, but it's not. They had all these people coming in back to back.
Yeah, Stephanie, I saw when Waltz grabbed his son's arm. I was like, are you trying to tell him to shut up? I didn't understand why he, snatched on her like that. The boy has a disability and he was very emotional about his father. So I didn't understand the whole snatching and stuff. I saw that.
I didn't see that.
It's a clip out there about that. I was like,
okay.
Like for what? I'm like, oh, okay. If you snatch your son like that, that's how you gonna snatch on the country?
But you just don't like that man.
I don't like him at all.
So what do y'all think about Kumo? I saw a couple of other content creators putting info out there about Kumo and how he shed light on some things. And the clip was about, just talking about the prices that they paid to be up there. And he mentioned both sides.
Kumo.
What
about when you're talking about Kamala?
The DNC? Yeah, he was just talking about how how expensive some of those booths were and how much they paid and how much
Oh yeah.
hotel,
Oh,
accommodations were, and
I want to pay a
all that
good
kind of stuff. And
20
I was just
cents
like,
for that.
he's finally coming around now, and he's saying, so hopefully now she's going to be ready to have an interview with him, because right now he said she or anybody else, because she has not yet to have a sit down interview with anybody. So maybe now that she has her policies together or somewhat as to what she so-called says they're going to do, maybe she'll be willing to sit down and have a conversation with him. But I thought it was kind of interesting that he was even, he seems like he's come around. Officer Tatum said a little bit too late, but
Who?
Kumo,
Oh,
yeah, he seems to be wanting to, shed light on
Cuomo.
some things.
Yeah, Cuomo.
Okay.
Kumo.
Kumo.
Is that like tires?
Cuomo.
Oh yeah. I saw that too. I was thinking about doing a video on it, but it was today, and it's such a short clip when
What?
Van Jones and Vivek went face to face.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
like how Vivek was like right here, and Van Jones like, kind of like, can we talk about it later? I'm like, well, bro, don't get on the television and get the chapping and yapping in if you ain't ready to rumble when you see the person.
Exactly. And
Vivek ain't the person that's just gonna swing at you, but he ain't the person that's gonna back down. And Van
No.
Jones look like he ain't that kind of guy anyway.
But if you're gonna
Run from the
bring it,
mailman.
you need to be ready to receive. And Vivek did not waste any time addressing the issue, because his security had notified him of what was going on at his house. And then when you say things that impacts somebody's family, and it gets to where
Oh yeah.
some stuff is going on in
yeah.
security wise. It's
Yeah.
like, no, bro, we're gonna have a face-to-face conversation about this, because you need to check yourself. And I like how he handled it. It was real professional. He snapped on the broadcast. He was letting it fly out. But even though he met him outside of that clip we saw, the face-to-face conversation was well needed. You need to. I feel like you need to address that. I'm that person. I'm that person that will approach you face to face. Let's have a conversation. And no need to talk to the man next to the man next to the man. Talk to over the phone. No, bro. Let's have a conversation civilly, adultly, and go ahead and squash this. And I guess that was an opportune time to let it happen when they were the same place at the same time. So why not address the issue?
Man, I think everything Kamala went up there and said at the DNC was a lie. It was an all counter. And then Trump, like everything she said, he countered it. It's like let's say Project 2025. He's like, he said, I don't know nothing about this Project 25. Yes, he knew the person who was over it. Trump knows the person over it, but he know nothing about the project. Because I saw on CNN, I was looking at CNN over and on TV, and what's her name? The one, she got the boy haircut. I think she kind of, might be like that way, and she's well known. She's been on CNN forever.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name.
Yeah,
black hair.
Yeah,
or dark brown.
She was like, oh, he doesn't know about. He said he don't know about Project 2025, but he on the plane with the guy. Just because you're on the plane with the guy, you don't know what the guy presented. You don't know what conversation they had, but that don't mean they talked about Project 2025. I don't see Trump like, man, I don't agree with this stuff. He was like, I don't agree with this. So I don't like how. I know it's a whole game though. Sometimes I have to take my mind up and say, Brian, this is a game, and it's chess pieces. Now you got to choose a side that you agree with more, but it's still a game. It's still a game. And
that's right, Jeff. I agree completely. He said, seriously, this is huge. MAGA isn't a party anymore, but an American movement.
It's
Let's
a movement.
effing go. And
it's a movement.
It is. And people really should want to see things for what they are. What are the civil liberties that we have at risk now, from what we put out on our channel to some things I'm shedding the light in on, Sniper Red TV. And Trump, he talked about the border a lot. Why? Because that is one of that is like the number one concern besides the economy is the border crisis. And why? He said over 20 million people have been let into the border in this. And then when I sit and think about this and I look at the content that I've been putting out, and I see content others are putting out in New York, in Chicago, all across in Michigan, Colorado, it's like, wait a minute. Now you mean to tell me what made them think in their minds that it was okay to allow just anybody to come in illegally, when that's not the standard across the board in other countries for safety reasons, for so many other reasons. It's like they didn't even care because the agenda is not the people.
Hey, you know how? What is MAGA? What's the abbreviation for MAGA?
I don't know, what is it?
Huh? What you mean?
Make America great
Okay.
again.
Okay. Be careful. And then
Make
you know what
America
Kamala's would have been?
great
I just thought about
again.
hers would have been KTTBB. Keep the trans in the boys' bathroom.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What else would I have in my notes, y'all? You knock yourself out, don't you? Okay, yeah, we already talked. We talking about it right now. RFK ending. RFK pretty much in Trump's situation. So them coming together.
Yeah, but I love that because I did not know if that was going to happen. I just knew that RFK was more supportive on the things that are what America needs, like just like Trump was. And I was like, yeah, man, like that he could never join because he wants to be his own entity. But it's either let the country burn or join the side that's gonna be most beneficial for the country.
True. And I feel like, the more I look at the content and I seen things coming up and some of the broadcasts from the content off, the YouTube news and stuff like that, it's like, this feels like a movie that we're in. I just never thought that we would be in this situation as a country that we're in right now today. And sometimes I get really frustrated. Sometimes I'm stressed out, about it, but I just keep it moving. It's like, that's why it's so important. And even now, even the 4 years, Trump has got a lot of work to do once he gets in office. But who are we? We need to be also setting him up for the next 4 years after that. We need another Republican president after Trump that shares similarities, and it's going to keep down that trajectory, because we don't want it to be just like what it was. He was in 4 years, and then you get somebody else. So you have Obama in, and then we know how that went. Then you have Trump that got in, and then
RFK,
you got Biden back in. So it's like it wasn't longevity. We need longevity to undo some of this stuff.
RFK said, if there were to be another Biden Harris term or Democratic term, he said that the thing, especially when it comes to food and nutrition and getting America healthy again, he said it would be out the window. It'd be over. It'd be too far irreversible.
Exactly.
That's so funny. He said that all it takes, he said 4 years of taking the money that we passing over here and put it into our nutrition and health for the families. He said we reversing all these sickness and illness and versus prescribing people this just weight loss drugs,
right?
And they 6 years old.
Exactly.
See, I like that. I like how he was thinking. I said, man, this is gonna be great. I said, I wonder what RFK's role is going to be in the Trump campaign. I wonder what he's going to have him do. Like, what will be his position? Like, what we have to do.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Rick. You two are awesome. God bless you both. God bless you too, Rick.
Thank you so much. And I just, too, want to say that I feel like Trump is building a dream team.
Yeah.
Lou Valentino, so dope. He calls them the Avengers. I heard somebody, I think Benny's team mentioned the Avengers as well. I feel like it's a dream team. He is strategically aligning people with his like interests, but also who are experts in other areas and sharp about policy and issues that he may not be as sharp in. But Trump knows a lot of stuff. I'm impressed. From a businessman's perspective, this man is no dummy. He is coming in and this So Elon put out a clip on Oprah. Where all these people who are against Trump now were for him in his younger years. And I was just like, oh my God, look how young he was. And look how young she was. And the clip, she was asking him all these questions, and she was asking him if he ever thought he was going to run for president. And I know this had to be 20 something years ago. And he was like, you know what? He was talking as if he didn't really think about it, but she said, you know what? But he's the same stuff he said in that clip. He's talking about now. Yeah. He's talking about how all these, how countries have come over here, how they've been over here, been able to trade and barter, and people are able to develop their own businesses in our country, but yet we can't go do that in
can't go to your country.
China
I can't go to
or
China and build
Japan
business.
or Korea.
I don't even know if you can do that in Dubai.
Now, he said that it wasn't against the law, but they don't make it easy for you. And it's so monopolized that you just can't go in and create you a business in their country, but they can come over here and do it
And
in
boom.
yours.
They can not only a person can come over here, they can boom, get rich while living off the government and get wealthy and send the money back to bring their family back over to continue the wealth.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. And let you go over, try to go over there, try to make wealth. Please. You're gonna get that hand put right to your face. Tell you going back to America, and we're gonna send people right there on the same flight with you.
But the thing he was talking about then, before running for president, probably was not even a thought in his mind, but maybe an inkling of like, I don't know, but nah, not really. And the stuff he was talking about how things were going in our country and how billions of dollars and stuff was being, it was just like, wow, he didn't like it then as a businessman, as a young businessman, he was well aware. So now, fast forward 20 something years or more later, he's talking about the same thing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I believe, like you said, I think you told me, you said Elon is starting to release all of these clips that they keep trying to suppress and not show, that just show you how everybody loved him. All the people that you see now, all these people that are over in the DNC,
View.
all these people love Trump until he had his own mind that really could be a threat. And then that's when they, of course,
started exposing all these people. And what was the lady's name on The View? That was Diane something. She's no longer on there anymore. But she even said in the short clip that was presented, my friend. She called him my friend.
Yeah.
My friend. And I'm like, he was all y'all's friends until he started getting in the mix and started seeing what was really going on behind closed doors and wanted to make some changes. So I just feel like it's a win-win. We cannot allow this to slide and not really stand up and get out here. And even going to, and we're not getting paid to say this, but if you haven't donated to the campaign, and this is what you support, we support where we put our money. And I was telling him, I said, it's time for us to go ahead and start making some contributions, because where you support, you're going to put your cash, and you can put as little as you want to the campaign, but he needs our support, as well as being vocal and verbal in your local county government, city, where they're starting to have meetings, or where they've been having, I'm not saying starting, they've been having your city meetings and town meetings. It's time to start showing up and being vocal about the things that we say we want to support, because we are, and we're going to go live. Hopefully we'll be able to go live, at least from the outside, and do a little recording from it, because I want to get involved from that aspect as well. Not just talking about it, but I'm a person that if I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to be about it. I'm not just a talker. So this is he's got the dream team. Let's see who is he building. He's got RFK now.
Carrie Lake.
Carrie.
Vivek.
What's my girl? What's my other girl's name?
Tulsi Gabbard.
Yes, Tulsi. Oh man, it's another guy. I'm not too familiar with him, but I heard his name come up. Of course, he got Vance.
You got Elon. Look, people say Elon.
But it was another guy whose name.
Yo, it's the Transformers against the Decepticons.
That's what it is.
Let me tell you something.
That's a good movie to watch.
DNC, the left is the Decepticons.
Yeah, that's
and
exactly
I tell you,
what it is.
And I really believe, to my heart,
Barbara
more
Walters,
people of color would be signing their ballot conservative if,
I'm sorry, you get the white spot.
If the RNC needs to get, let me tell you, the conservative needs to get more in the culture. They do. Conservative people need to get more in the culture, and they're going to know how they're going to have a massive turnout of black voters that will always be on the conservative side, picking the right choices. But the conservative side needs to learn how to get more culture. That's the thing that DNC won with. They got nothing but destruction, but they all about the culture until they get in, and then they care less about anything or anyone else. But I think conservative people conservative lead needs to start getting in culture. More people of color are way more conservative than they are liberal.
You have some, but not the majority. Like let's
Yeah.
just say Carrie Lakes, we know she's in the culture. Um, Ted Cruz, he's vocal. I don't know
Yeah.
how submersed he's in the culture, but I know
He's very vocal.
yeah,
Very
he's
vocal.
vocal and he don't have no problems. I like Ted Cruz. At first I wasn't quite sure, but the more and more I followed him, I paid attention to his stance. I was like, okay, what's my guy in Florida?
Yeah, Bunky. I saw Tom McDonald's video really, and he did. I like that. I like that.
What's my guy in Florida? I can't believe I can't think of his name.
DeSantis? Yeah.
DeSantis. He's getting more in the culture, but he's
McGregor. I don't know if Tucker's joined. Tucker is all involved, but I don't know if Tucker is got an official role that's going to be on the Trump campaign.
Right, but people have mentioned him, but it wasn't Tucker. It's another guy that I'm not familiar with that someone else mentioned who is part of the Transformers, or I'm calling them the Dream Team with Trump. Yeah, with Trump. But that's a great analogy. Decepticons versus the Transformers.
Decepticons. The Democrat are the Decepticons.
And who always wins, even though after a horrid battle, the Transformers, baby.
Transformers Unite voice.
Oh, Dan Bongino. Yeah. But I wasn't thinking about him. It was some other guy. It's not Dan.
So Dan Bongino.
This for life.
Are you, hey David? Are you saying that this is? Oh, good. I'm cut. Man, we got this fly to keep flying around camera. So it's a nuisance. New video locations coming up because
we're looking, guys.
Yes,
we are looking.
Shout out to Elsum Core. Says RFK role, health and fitness, look into the pharmacy industry, shady tactics, divulge JFK files next in line for MAGA, Vivek, Tulsa. Much love to you both.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And that's one thing I'm really favor about RFK, and I think that's a great piece that he's adding to the Trump campaign because that's not what was in there. The health and fitness and the nutrition and health wasn't a part of the campaign. Now it will be. And I think that is amazing.
Yeah.
Especially for me, because that's the life, and I love the life. And so that's amazing that they're going to have the health and fitness and nutrition piece that's going to some way be intertwined into what we need after Trump becomes president.
Especially, involving with the kids. He talked about the kids' lunches in school and, all the processed stuff. And some schools are able to have salad bars and other things that they've been able to incorporate in schools. But primarily it's processed, canned, frozen, foods, sugary, corn syrup, starchy, all that kind of stuff. But that's, I think that's a mega
Big Papa,
win.
I know you said no RFK needs to be over the CIA, but I think it makes sense for Trump to put him in a space that is an area that he was fighting for. He was fighting for free speech, health and nutrition, anti-war. And if he puts him in those spaces, I don't think RFK area needs to be more. I mean, I guess when you talk about the things that CIA do on the back end, that could be limiting speech on social media, but it needs to be in one of these three places where he's strong, where he was going to fight in his campaign. That's where it needs to be brought over to the Trump campaign. It's going health and nutrition, free speech, anti-war.
Okay. Well, I just think that it's a win-win to make this link. And I don't even think they saw it coming. And all of the tactics that they're using is not going to add up. We definitely are truly building a team. People see what's going on, and it's, they're coming over. Bottom line. What else you got to say?
This is thing. I'm excited, man. I'm very excited about that because was getting, not saying I was worried, but by them doing the whole coup that they did for Kamala, it makes you be like, oh God, it's going to be a little bit tighter than now. But now I think we got the independence. We're going to have the independence.
Debbie, you are hilarious.
We're going to have the independence. What Debbie say?
She said, I'm 70, but I would have been dangerous to be in charge during menopause. I feel
How old is Kamala?
She's, I don't know. She is she in her
60s, isn't she?
60s?
Ain't Kamala
I don't know. I thought she was in the age group with Vivek.
No, Vivek is younger than me.
I know that. I don't know. Well, I
Kamala
look at her
younger
husband.
than me.
No, I look at her husband.
She's sick.
She's
She's-
59. Okay, she
she
looks
about to be
really
60.
good. I didn't take her to be the age. I thought she was in her 40s.
Her sister looked better.
Her sister is very
Her
attractive.
sister looked better.
Her
But now
sister is
Kamala got
attractive.
Kamala net wrinkly.
Vivek is 38. Okay. Yes. And I mean,
She's
I don't know
60,
why
yeah,
I
that's why I
thought, but they said that, well, I guess compared to Trump's age, she is younger, but they said, oh, she appeals to the younger generation. But 60 is, it's not old, but it's older.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she looks good for her age. I must, got to give it to her on that. But
I mean, most people aren't denying that part. Even on the conservative side of the Democrat, they're not denying it. It just, she don't need to be no president.
But no, and we know that whatever she's done,
She don't need to be no vice president.
Whatever she has done to get herself to where she is, she put some effort and energy, and she had to do some work. I get that, and I'm not knocking that from her. I don't want to take any accolades from her being a prosecutor outside of what they say. I want to give her credit for the things that she did do to get to that position. Now, let's move on.
Somebody
to
said,
president.
as you saying that, somebody said she's an old witch.
Stop it. But let's move on but that's that role. I'm talking about role to be scratch that. Role to be president of the United States is different.
Needs.
It's different than the role that she had as prosecutor.
Oh, they said, look,
even
everybody
as
skipping
vice
what you talking. They said, old witch.
Y'all are so wrong. Y'all are so wrong. God don't like ugly.
Tucker said he said, it's just something about her that just throws me off. He was like, I don't know if it's because of fakeness or what, but he said something that just is off-putting.
Yeah, I just feel like all the way not genuine. I just feel like it's not all the way authentic.
Oh, they saying she worked her way on her.
I just said,
yeah.
I'm not, concerned about that, even though that may, have been the case. She still had to go to law school to get a degree, and they ain't giving away law degrees now. Sorry, you still have to go to school to get that.
She's got the Soros,
and
she had the Soros sign off.
Outside of that, to get to prosecutor, that's where that came in. I'm talking about even to get to law school, she still had to put in some effort and energy. So get a lady credit, give us some credit.
Somebody said she,
but nevertheless,
they said she went horizontal. I'm just talking
about
vertical.
For the role of presidency, she's not the best candidate, and that's what I want people to realize and understand. And make sure you're putting a person in office who is eligible and qualified, not because they are Black, not because they're a woman. Are they the best qualified for the position? That's what you need to be focused on.
Shout out to Harlow Rose. She said, "Hi, beautiful fellow." What's that?
California.
Oh yeah. This is California. And camel toe still is a boomer generation. Oh yeah, she's in the baby boomers. She's the baby boomers.
Thank you, Harlow.
Thank you, Harlow. Yeah, that's funny. Camel toe. I heard we were on our walk today, and shout out to the guy, man. We had a long conversation.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing he called her when he said camel toe.
Yeah, we had a really good conversation with him.
That's funny.
But
I'm just reading some of these comments. She isn't qualified to be a dog catcher.
I feel like
somebody said she went vertical. She went horizontal to go vertical.
Well, we know she's not the best candidate. We know that.
Too much.
I really want us to show up and show out at the polls, and for it to be just a landslide, even though it may be a little tight. I still want it to be a list.
In September?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it September?
Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna be
Why
so
you
good.
Asking me questions you should know?
I will ask my baby. So y'all, all right. I don't know if y'all got a spouse like this where you say, "Babe, what did you you ask her anything?" You be like, "Babe, when do we move in this apartment?" I don't know.
That's not true.
I'm like, "Baby, what'd you have? What'd you make me for breakfast this morning?" I don't know. You tell me.
Not about everything, guys.
I can't ask her.
Not about everything. The stuff that I really want to zoom into. Trust me, your girl zoom in.
Thank you for the donation, Time Banto.
Thank you. Time Bandito.
Bandito.
Thank you. Know what he tries to do. is he don't know, so he want to act like he know, but he want me to know.
I do know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what is it? What's the answer then, boo?
I'll be like, babe, what's 2 times 2? Like, she would know it, but the simple fact you asked her to try to see if she knows it, I don't know. Tell me.
Chocolate mocha brate.
What? Y'all, but this
hey,
is
Erica,
but
what's
everything.
going on,
I
girl?
think everything's going to start turning better, man. I'm telling y'all. But don't close your eyes for whatever the Democrats will do before this election. This was a win today. We don't know what's tomorrow looking like, and we getting really close to election.
And Alex Jones put some stuff out there.
Did y'all see that video that we did with Alex Jones? Where he was talking Listen,
we are not outside in the desert by ourselves on our patio.
You be wanting me to be quiet on the mic. I ain't gonna say. I say that
yes,
off the
please.
video.
Thank you. They hear you. They don't be hearing me, boo.
You forgot to release my videos.
I ain't talking about that. Don't make me.
But listen.
Yeah, don't make me go down.
Listen, y'all. So y'all just keep paying attention. Because this is a win. So then, it's kind of like double Dutch. We get a win, then the DNC try to get on their dirty little win somewhere or another.
Yeah, but we have to keep praying for Trump for sure. We have to keep praying, but also pray and do.
Oh, speaking of the border, right before we move to that,
mm-hmm.
Did y'all see? We didn't record it. We were about to record it, but we didn't record it. Did y'all see the Texas sheriff that was interviewed on MSNBC maybe a couple months back, and he was saying, y'all need to get somebody from the White House down here. I don't care who it is. Somebody from the White House. This border thing is getting crazy. We need somebody from the White House to come help. And then now he on the DNC with a white outfit with a cowboy hat talking about Kamala has always been about protecting the borders. She's been the border person from the go. Anytime something happens, she lock them up. Y'all, he got that $50,000 check that they've been talking about on Twitter, how much they're gonna pay people to go in and speak and to switch sides and sell your soul for $50,000. He got that $50,000 sell your soul check.
Thank you, Time. Sure appreciate you. Thank you,
Time,
thank you. Yes, and I remember seeing that clip. It's so funny because now stuff that's resurfacing. I remember I saw, and I said, "Oh, I remember
they paid
him
$50,000." Eric Carson, they paid him 50
I believe it. I believe it.
And like how they were calling all these streamers and stuff like that, and they were trying to get them over, and they're gonna pay him. They paid that man. That man needed to pay off that new truck he just bought, and he had about 10 more payments on his house. He said, "Yeah, Kamala's been at the border protecting everybody." Man,
and
get out of here.
They don't realize that she she did an interview, and she said she had never been to the border, like she had never been to Europe.
Right?
She had no intentions on going to the border.
Right.
And then they showed one clip of her sitting off aloof, way off somewhere in a chair with another, with the news reporter asking her some questions, and she still never landed the plane and said how she was going to fix the problem. If that's where she even really was, somewhere on site that looked like she was on the border. But technically, she said in an interview herself that she never went. But see, people are not that keen, especially these people who exactly those people who are there supporting her. They could care less. You could show them the 2 videos and they would still say they're gonna vote for her because they want to go right down with the sinking boat just because she the captain of the sinking ship. They're gonna go down with her. Dang hell, you say, as my daddy say.
And that's what we were talking about.
No, thank you.
We were talking about that today. I was like, just because y'all Negroes, I'm talking about black culture, and just because y'all want to go over and blindly go follow somebody, I ain't on the same slave shit with you.
But you aren't being blinded. The information is really right in your face. You're just choosing to wear rose-colored glasses and to see it from a different perspective, other than what you really
colored glasses.
Other than what you really see it is. You see it for what it is, but you don't want to accept it for what it is.
They wear bear goggles.
Make it seem as though it's something else, but no, you know what it is.
They got them Homer Simpson bear goggles. They see from a distorted view and think it's one way and it ain't other. And the same people are going to holler when when things get bad, they're going to say, well, I'm taking my son out of school because I don't want this in the school with my child, but you voted for it, fool.
Yeah. Well,
I got y'all know that's y'all see me talk about that the most. That's the biggest thing. That's one of the biggest things that bothers me is when it comes to the kids and the bathroom stuff situation and the sports. I can't stand that.
Well, I don't know who would be actually over the CIA because I don't know if he even mentioned a person.
I don't remember that comment. Yeah, I don't,
Yeah, and over in that area, but
Yeah.
we do know he is going to do a clean sweep as he should.
oh yeah, it's gonna be a sweet sweep.
As he should. Why
gonna
would
be
he
a swiftest
continue
sweep.
to allow people who don't have his best interest at heart, who have done our country for all the corruption that has come out with the FBI, CIA? Why would he allow them to? And the CIA director, I guess she didn't think she was gonna get fired. Did she ever do an interview? She never did an interview, but she got called to Congress. That was her interview.
Who?
The CIA director.
Oh,
After
yeah.
that assassination attempt,
I don't know.
somebody had to be held accountable, and she didn't think it was gonna be her. Child, please, you know good and darn well it was just horribly orchestrated, and Trump, he gave them credit for where credit was due, but he knew that they should have done some stuff different. It's no absolute way
Orbit
that
City
that should have
said,
gone
I
down.
keep laughing at the Judge Joe Brown impression that SIBO does. You gonna tell me
Why you get him started,
You gonna-
Orbit City?
you gonna
Orbit
tell me
City?
that you went down there and you got
$25,
$25
please.
and you still came back with $5? Go sit down. Lolo
Stop
Santoro
it.
was George Soros
Why
when
you
he
do that,
hired
Orb City?
when
Okay, that's good.
Obama's dad,
Help
and his
us.
mama is Hawaiian, but is really from Nigeria.
Joe Brown,
But
that man right there
there.
does not hold back. He ripped. I mean, he ripped. What I like about him is he has a lot of historic value. It may not come out the cleanest, but his historic value is, outlandish. And he's been around for a while. He's seen a lot, and he tells it all.
I would love to meet Judge Joe Brown, because I don't know. I just feel like you ask him one question, he gonna give you about an hour's worth of material, and you're gonna be laughing. Like,
And he's serious the whole time because he ain't
Judge Joe
laughing
Brown
with
talk
you.
like this. What you're trying to tell me is that if you're communist,
Orb City.
I'm a new
You are
subscriber.
wrong. Oh my
I
gosh.
appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, I feel like we're in a good position. I feel like even though I when they changed candidates, it didn't bother me at first, and then I started seeing and listening to why some people were still wanting to vote for her after all this information is out. Okay, I get your logic, but it's still there is no validity there.
That's how I'm gonna spit they drink out.
I just, but now since RFK and I'm starting to see how the role, how we're lining up our dream team. I'm feeling better.
All right, y'all. So we have kept y'all for almost an hour of y'all time.
And just real quick.
Oh yeah. And hey, everybody on this live, if you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel right now while you on here before you jump off and go get the scrolling.
I want to say that. I want to say that.
What?
I was about to say, just we've been talking about the prepping situation and making sure that you are prepared. We have a whole video we did almost a year ago about that, and just making sure that you are in the event of a power outage, or we've been having these frequent earthquakes out here. So in the event that you are because it's what I'm learning is that it may be different in other places across the US. So we don't know, if the same thing is going to be impactful to you as it may be impactful to us. But however, there is going to be some significant outage or loss of where we are going to need extended resources, because resources are going to be either outlandish in price or it's going to be very
really scarce.
Exactly.
So we just stay right there. I just want to say, just letting you know what she's saying. We like to end this live with preparedness, because why give y'all information and not tell y'all what something that's going to even more, we talking about conversation, but now we want to give you some fruit, and fruit is go ahead.
So just continue. Every time I have a list, and I call it my emergency list. We've given you all information, and we'll also, I'll ask Sibo to just drop a couple of links to some other preparedness prep videos. So the first 4 things that we have been told to make sure, the questions are: what is real water? What is real energy? What is real food? And what is real money? So this came from our mentor, from one of our leaders, and we need to definitely be prepared. The first thing that we need to make sure we have is water. So every time you go to the store, you need to be picking up
Pick up every time you go to the store.
gallons
Add a
or
jug of water to your
or a case of water. And the cases of water are actually last a lot longer versus getting
John.
like
You
the
gonna
5-gallon jugs.
Don't listen to John. John gonna have your butt clogged up. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
No,
boy.
not with
Okay,
the
Cheetos, donuts, Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. Stop it.
pH
just
balance.
make
ain't
sure
gonna be off. You're gonna be clogged
that
up.
you at least start with getting water. They got ready. They have the packs of ready-made food and stuff you can already order online, Amazon.
Martin said it. Y'all. That's a great. When Martin
Hold
said,
up, let me finish.
Some life straws.
But
and
I want to
generator.
say water should be the first thing to first start with your water, extra water, but also non-perishable items.
Yeah.
Canned goods, rice,
Yes.
beans, crackers. And how can you also grow food if you aren't already doing that? You can we've been looking at videos on how to grow if you live in an apartment. Yes, in your storage containers, and it's not as hard as you think, and you can do it. So be smart. We want you to take action. Water, canned goods, dehydrated stuff you can order online. Your canned meats, check your expirations. Now that's the food. You also need to get your toiletry items, things that you do on a regular, but you need to store those up. Be smart. Don't wait till the last minute.
Because y'all know how it was when
wait.
When the CIV thing went down. Everybody wait last minute, tried to run to the store, and there was a line. So anything you can get now, you're gonna be so much ahead of the curve and so much happier that you're not having to wait out that grocery line at the store.
Yeah.
So
for the price to be way more than it was back then.
Yeah. Keep stocking up, Helen. Yep, that's what we've been doing.
And those of you that can have generators to get your, if you're out of power, for your cell phone to work, walkie-talkies, as well as if you have a freezer or a refrigerator to run that, and at least a portable plate where you can cook your food and stuff. So I just want to say that and make sure you are. And as we continue to add to our stockpile, then we'll definitely do another video and just kind of let you know.
We're going to actually do a video specifically on preparing, and we're trying to decide if we're going to do it here or we're going to do it on our family channel. But we are going to do a video specific on preparing because we've always been for that, and we've been really doing that a lot more. So
yes. I mean, it's every time I go to the grocery store, I'm doing our stuff we have now, and I'm buying stuff for storage. So I just suggest you do the same thing.
All right, y'all. So if y'all hadn't already subscribed, please do subscribe while you're already on here on the channel. Like always, man, like, comment, subscribe, hit them notifications, y'all. This is 2024. We want y'all to be more, but we also want y'all to keep your eyes out and pay attention.
All right, guys. We love you. We appreciate your support. Share this video, like this video, and we'll see you on the next live.
And I want to ask, Lord said, how long have we been married, and do we have do you two have any children? We've been married. Next month will be 13 years of marriage, and we don't have any babies. So
that's it.
We'll see you on the next one.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.